Yo, welcome to another episode of When the Smoke Clears podcast. I'm your boy Sweet Lou.
And it's your boy Big Facts.
And this your guy KP.
Yo, it's been a minute. What's good, fellas?
Shit, chilling. We in Smoking Joe's America now, man. So the shit.
Look, hey man, Smoking Joe's America, sponsored by Martell. Big Facts got me faded over here.
That ain't final yet. Trump still got some moves. He's trying to pull out the deck.
Nigga, that shit's a wrap.
Hey, bro, you know what? He has every right to file everything he needs to file to make sure, you know, the shit is real.
Well, look here, man. Whoever ain't got me paying these high-ass taxes, that's who I'm rolling with.
I tell you one thing, the problem is the one thing I like about shit like this, like Trump is pure chaos. So he exposes all the holes in the system that people have ignored for years. So you saying like he got it a rap right now, people didn't even know about
Big Facts just called this nigga the Joker from the Dark Knight.
That's what he's doing. Like he's putting all these career politicians in ethical dilemmas. Like, okay, are you riding with me or you riding with the Constitution? Because you know there's a hole in the Constitution to say you ain't got to do that in the Electoral College.
Hey,
you
man,
can vote for me.
They Trump like a nigga going to family court, boy. He trying to get them stays in that court case so he can keep paying that child support.
Hey, yo, man, you know what? Really, though, on some real shit, like, Joe, he really did the same shit Trump did, right? Like, he pleased black people, just like Trump pleased poor white people. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I mean, I say the Democratic Party been doing that for years. Democratic Party been feeding off that for years. And Claiborne, they pretty much saying that the dude from South Carolina, his name Claiborne or whatever, saved the whole damn election for Joe Biden. Because if it wasn't for the coronavirus and it wasn't for Claiborne or whatever, like Trump would have won this shit in the land. So it would have been a record win for Trump.
Hey, Joe Biden had to whip out that secret weapon, man. He had Jeezy campaigning for him out there in Zone.
Yeah, a couple of look.
Yeah.
This shit better get a lot worse, man, as far as like the coronavirus and shit. Because Joe talking about shutting the city down, like, for real.
Shit, I've been in the house 8 months. Ain't shit changed for me. It's like March 276 for your boy.
Yeah, I mean,
I've been in the same room for 7 months.
And people keep focusing on the shutdown. The shutdown ain't gonna mean shit until they get a vaccine. Because I mean, you can shut it down for 6 weeks. Then
so y'all trying it first? Y'all gonna go through that first trial?
Nigga, look, I'm about never from a vaccine, nigga. I don't fuck with vaccine. I ain't never took the flu vaccine, and I damn sure ain't gonna take no coronavirus vaccine.
Bet your ass took the booster shots though, nigga.
What booster shots?
The ones you had to take when you went to kindergarten, nigga. I bet you took them while you overreacting hard.
Oh, nigga,
he's been vaccinated.
Because I was the G back then, I was 6, nigga. When I turned 10, I turned real G.
Said you was wet behind the ears. Boy, nigga out there banging in Lavaca, boy.
What?
Hey, Rico off belly.
I done seen a couple of companies say that, like Ticketmaster and a couple of couple of airlines talking about like you got to have a vaccine before you travel. Shit, I will not be going to wherever y'all going.
You will not be partaking in that $55 ticket to Italy right now.
Right, and especially Ticketmaster. They slick, bro, because they try to say you got to prove that you took the vaccine. I guarantee, though, what they going to do is they going to charge you for the ticket, and then they going to say, prove it, or you can't come to the concert. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And they say it's just not refundable. They ain't going to do that shit up front because it'll ruin their company if they do that.
Yeah, I mean, it don't matter what you say. You can talk all that tough shit. Like, you taking that vaccine. I mean,
I ain't taking that shit.
They gonna make it where everybody has to take the vaccine. Kids gonna have to take it to go to school. You gonna have to show it before you go back to work. Like, they're gonna make you take it before you go in the like, you gonna have to. This is gonna be like the mark of the beast. You gonna have to take this shit. You keep talking all this shit.
Hey, fuck what you talking about, nigga. I own my own company. So I ain't taking shit to go back to work. I'm still out here making
boy, niggas about to be like Will Smith off I Am Legend, boy. All y'all niggas gonna mutate. Yeah. Me and my dog gonna be the last motherfuckers on.
Bro, I'm saying, like, y'all really want to be in some I Am Legend shit where they crashing helicopters and shit, niggas that took vaccines and shit don't know what the fuck's in them.
So I guess y'all holding y'all kids out of school forever then, right?
Hey, nigga, look, I got a nanny right now, nigga. She about to come.
Your son's not in school now. When that vaccine comes, are you homeschooling your son forever? That's the question.
Hell no, his mama white, so he'll probably take it.
Yeah, because kids ain't getting back into school without that vaccine. I can promise you that.
Hey, but KP, your wife already a teacher, nigga, so y'all have to move to North Arkansas, nigga, so we can start a little bit.
My wife ain't taught in like 10 years. My wife ain't
I don't give a damn, nigga. She know the curriculum.
She know the curriculum. like it don't change.
Hey, she had to leave Arkansas, boy. Y'all niggas was like doing fractions and shit in 10th grade, so she had to get up out of there.
Hey, bro. Yeah. Hey, it's slow down here, but we red state though.
Yeah, man, but I mean, I don't think it, like, really, you just get somebody that acts like they care. I don't know if he actually fucking cares or not. You know what I'm saying?
Man,
like
I heard shit in a Hennessy bottle, and y'all niggas gonna take that shit so quick.
So I'm gonna
take that shit.
I'm gonna tell you when it's mandatory. I'm not gonna be the first. It's just like phones. Like, I'm not gonna be the first one out the gate to take it. Like, I can let it sit for a little bit. You know what I mean?
If niggas take it and don't mutate, I'll be down for it. But I gotta wait for it, to clear some shit.
I ain't taking that shit at all.
Oh, you gonna take this shit? I guarantee you.
I can show you better. I can tell you, nigga.
You gonna be out there kicking on dicks, and they gonna get you in the line waiting in the club. They were like, "Here, nigga, you immunized," or however you said.
They gonna find some way to make sure that everybody takes it, because you're gonna be prohibited. Like you say, you got your own business, right? Your business is inside of places, right? It's not just independently standing. Like, in order to get in there, they might say you gotta have some type of shit to show to even walk into public places now. Like, they do mandatory masks. They can do mandatory, hey, show me that you've been vaccinated.
We gonna have to see. Cause I ain't gonna do it.
So what's y'all thoughts about the election, man? You think that Trump can pull a rabbit out of his hat, or it's over?
Nah, man, I think it's over. You know what I'm saying? I think Smoking Joe, he hit the black people at the right time, man. Time for a change. You know what I mean? We're gonna see what he do. Hey, but I will tell you this, bro. If whoever voted for Joe Biden, bro, y'all better keep his ass accountable. You know what I mean? Like, make sure that he's gonna take care of black people like he's supposed to. Because then if it ain't, it's gonna be the same old shit.
I mean, you can say all that. People, my thing is about politics in general is, like, the problem with politics is I don't think people understand how politics work. You know what I mean? Like, even, and it's not even saying everybody's stupid, but like, even in school, I paid attention, but it wasn't interesting to me. So if you don't pay attention to how the system works, then you had these questions like, how he win the popular vote but lose electoral college? Or what's all this shit they talk about that Trump, didn't Joe Biden win? Why are they saying that he didn't win? Like, if you don't understand the basic facts of politics, then this is where this shit comes in. But one of the biggest things is Joe Biden ain't gonna be able to do shit if they don't win in Georgia for the Senate. So you can hold them accountable, do whatever you want. It doesn't matter, because Mitch McConnell's just gonna block everything. It's gonna be like the second term of Obama. And if you don't understand about politics, you're going to put him in there, then he's not going to do what you think he's going to do, because he literally can't, because Mitch McConnell is going to block everything. And then in 4 years, Trump's just going to run again.
Man, that nigga might be like 80. Trump might not be around in 4 years.
No, but
Donald Jr. Donald Jr.'s there.
But Baby talking real shit, though. Because
that is true.
Me personally, I wouldn't have put Joe in this one. I would let Trump finish out his term, finish what he started, and then let us pick the other guy. You know what I'm saying? But they want to make a stand right now, so I'm just saying, like, y'all get disappointed again, because Democrats ain't done shit for black folks in a long time. You know what I mean?
But that's what I'm saying of not understanding government. You can say that, but you're limited by checks and balances, right? Like, even Trump was limited at the end of the last 6 months. All that shit Trump was talking that he wanted to do, like, once they were like, nah, the Senate said nah. He can say all that shit in the public. He can scream, no payroll taxes, do all them executive orders. None of that shit mean nothing if you don't got the Senate behind you.
100%.
So that's kind of what happens. Like, you can blame Joe or whatever, but it doesn't matter if he doesn't get the Senate, because he can't run it. The people that truly do damage are like George Bush. After 9/11, when he got control of the Congress and the Senate, and they were all kind of on the same page, and Dick Cheney was running shit, like, yeah, they got some shit done. That's the only time you can really get shit done. But as of right now, it doesn't look like Joe Biden's gonna win the Senate. If he don't win the Senate, he ain't gonna do shit for 2 years. And that's kind of what you saw in this voting process, is the fact that people said, all right, I'm tired of Trump. And we might vote for Biden, but we ain't gonna get these liberals all the control. So that's why you see him win the presidential election, but then them lose down ticket because they might have voted for Biden, but they went Republican all down their ticket. Like, okay, it's checks and balances. Kind of what I would do if I want to put Trump in. Like, I don't want to vote for Trump, so I'll vote for somebody else. But down the ticket, I'm still going to vote Democrat to give them checks and balances, something like that. You know?
Well, that's what I'm saying. That's why we should have let Trump finish his deal and do good to the other guy. Because I seen this shit coming. They ain't going to let Smoker Joe do what he do. You know what I mean? Or do what he want to do.
Yeah, but I mean, what people don't like about it, though, is the fact that at least you do have a career politician in Joe Biden. It's not Obama. So what happened with Obama is Obama was stagnant because Mitch just didn't like it. I mean, at least you get Joe Biden in there where Mitch McConnell will at least listen to the shit he say. Like, he didn't even listen to what Obama said. As soon as Obama said something, nope. They don't care what it is. So that's why, I mean, it ain't going to be all for the benefit of what you think, because Joe Biden ain't that type of dude. I mean, he pretty much told you that in the Democratic debates. Like, nah, I ain't that far left. I'm like right here. And so he going to do something to try to appease, so the government's not going to go in full shutdown. But I think Democrats going to have to pick a stage, because Republicans already went full to the right. I mean, the Republican Party is controlled by Trump and his followers. If the Democratic Party don't go full left to fight it, and there ain't no third party coming, then the Republicans might run this shit for the next 10 years. Because Trump should have won. If it wasn't for the coronavirus, let's be clear. If it wasn't for the coronavirus, Trump wins. Like, period. And it's a landslide.
But I don't really think he handled the coronavirus thing in a bad way. I mean, yeah, he announced the shit late.
Shit.
But they still
say it was a hoax,
they
bro.
still closed down the shit too early, though.
This nigga said it was a hoax. When it was hitting China, this nigga act like it wasn't gonna cross over the seas, even though it was airborne.
He was just like a nigga too. Bro. Like,
yeah, like,
nigga.
They fucking up over there. We ain't gotta worry about that. That's a whole Pacific Ocean. They can't get to.
Like, nigga, that's a Democratic hoax. Fuck
hold on. So it's a hoax, right? But all the masks that's in the U.S. is made in China. Stop it. You know what I'm saying? If they really wanted to fuck with us, they could. Because, bro, I lived in Sam's Club. All the masks they sell in Sam's Club is from China.
Yeah, that's all the masks you use. And I got my mask specially made down the street.
No. I mean, I got no specialty, man. I'm talking about all the masks I've seen. I ain't bought some bitches because I ain't stupid. I'm just saying, all the masks I've seen in Sam's Club, which is nationwide, this bitch, is from China. So if they really wanted to fuck us, they could.
Listen to more on the Sweet Lou Show only on OAE.
OAE. He trying to get him an OAE.
This nigga trying to get a position on Trump new network.
Hey,
we're gonna get out on Fox News, baby.
We can use a Negro like you, Lou.
Hey, he gonna be like them twin women. Hey, the twin dude.
He just called this nigga Diamond himself.
Yeah.
Hey, but okay, man. Moving on, man. What y'all think about this Jeezy, Gucci Mane versus?
See, I'm biased in this whole thing because, like, I'm a huge Jeezy fan, but I ain't.
As we all are.
Yeah, but I ain't never really been a Gucci fan. Like, I like a couple of tracks that Gucci's made. I think he's an entertaining character, but I ain't really been a. And then I don't think the tracks that he played was like made me like, I need to go check out Gucci's catalog. I think he was so focused on the beat, which is probably playing to his fan base. I just don't think he got anybody outside. Like, I thought he should have played some of his signature tracks. He didn't even play a couple of his signature tracks because he chose to play some B-sides and some mixtape shit. He didn't even play.
He played a couple of them. He played Lemonade.
Yeah, but he didn't play. Did he play? He didn't play Freaky Girl.
No, he didn't play that one.
There's a couple of like mainstream tracks that he could have played that he didn't play. Like, the whole point of this is to get your streams up. I mean, I know it's about squashing the beef and shit, but it's also to get your streams up on your catalog. And I think he was focused in on the beef that he didn't play any of those.
But you know, Big Time Gucci was like mixtape Gucci anyway, because a lot of people listen to his mixtapes and whatnot. Where Jeezy, so I'll put it like this: Gucci Mane, Guwop, you know, Big Drake, whatever you want to call him, he got bangers, but Jeezy got hits, and Jeezy got like generational hits. Because when Thug Motivation,
Gucci got hood bangers though.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like Gucci got his own fan base. All right, Jeezy he worldwide though, because he at one point in time he was small, a tad bit commercial.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying.
I'll just say this.
So like, while he chose to go the beef way, you know what I'm saying, and all the hood niggas was loving it, he got washed.
Look, man,
He's gonna play one album.
Exactly, he washed him off one album, but it's been said, man. Jeezy make music for the hustlers. Gucci Mane make music for the customers. Jeezy make music for niggas that sell dope. Gucci Mane make music from niggas that do dope. So
I don't know about that.
I mean, I wouldn't go that far.
My nigga Gucci was flop. You know what I mean?
Hey, he was fresh. You know what? That
fresh.
wasn't clone Gucci either. That wasn't clone Gucci, man. The original Guwop came out, but man, that nigga was mad disrespectful.
He was, but you know, I got this a lot of history there. Jeezy watched him though.
I think it's perfect though. I think both won because I mean, you knew that Jeezy's catalog. I don't even think Jeezy played all the shit he should have played either. Jeezy left a lot.
Stay strapped.
Yeah, Jeezy left a lot of shit on the table too. But I think it's good because you got a bigger audience, people that might not have been so familiar with Gucci, to see him, and I think this is gonna be big for Gucci to go commercial. Even though you don't fuck with his music, Gucci is a personality. You know what I mean?
Really is.
Like, you can give him as a reality show, and niggas will watch that. Gucci is entertaining. Fuck.
I mean, Gucci been in movies and everything.
Yeah, Gucci's way more entertaining than Jeezy. So even though Jeezy has the music catalog, I think this benefited Gucci more because Gucci was just himself. He didn't get up there. He wasn't fake. He was real. He was authentic to his fan base. Whether you think he won or not, he knew it was always going to be questionable. And Jeezy knew that too. Jeezy kept saying, "This is why I keep playing those B-sides." Because he knew he going to play for his fan base, going to play this. It's a lot like we were talking about with Trump. You play to your base. And if your base get big enough and you can pull some niggas in, you can make money off that. So I don't blame Jeezy.
We got to talk about the elephant in the room, man. You know that nigga had a gun on him because he didn't sit down not one time. You know Gucci Mane had a gun on him.
He wanted all the smoke just in case, you know, Jeezy wanted to get off his chest.
I mean, the rumor is the nigga put a hit out on him. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he did. He did. He put 10K out on him. That was on Stage Strap when he said that I think he said 10K for anybody to snatch his chain and bring it to him.
So I mean, with that said, I mean, you know niggas like Gucci. Like Gucci don't go like Gucci, and it's gonna get into what we talk about later because I kind of like that about Gucci. Like Gucci know what he talks about. He know that he talk about his money, his jewelry. He don't go nowhere like solo. He go everywhere deep with niggas that he trusts. You know what I mean? So you expect Gucci to walk in there with 10, 15, 20 people deep and be strapped. Like, you know what I mean? Like he just said, his hood is like 5 minutes away. Why wouldn't he? Like, you never know what might pop up. I don't blame him.
Fresh Prince's own
He started out as the snow guy, but now he done flip the script a little bit. You know what I'm saying? He more of a humble dude. You know, he ain't in the streets no more, bro. He trying to change his life, you know what I'm saying? So,
but you know, it's about growth, man. You can only rap about slanging dope.
Ain't nothing wrong with growth.
Billionaire since 2005.
Yeah, man, ain't nothing wrong with growth. Jeezy still on that. I mean, Gucci still on that hood shit. Ain't nothing wrong with that either.
Funniest meme I saw was when they were talking about the girl that Gucci's girl versus Jeezy girl, and they had a girl from Menace to Society on there.
Asian lady.
That shit was hilarious. Yeah, and it had hurry up and buy on it.
Right. Yeah, because ain't Jeezy dating the chick from The Real. Yeah. So the Asian chick from The Real. Yeah. I don't know what.
Yeah. Let's get it.
She just said on the crib.
Yeah, but there's a lot of people that believe Gucci won though. I mean, that's
of course. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you got two strong rappers with strong fan bases, obviously it's gonna be, yo, my guy won, his guy won. You know what I mean?
Man, only niggas that believe he won is like 20.
When you on it, you talking about Gucci being disrespectful. When you want to play one album and 2 songs from another album, nigga, that's disrespectful, nigga. Because you like my shit off one album, watch your ass.
Yeah, Jeezy played a lot of 101, 103.
Right. That's all he played.
A little bit of Seen It All, and that was it.
That's it. I was on 103.
And you gotta think Jeezy got a deeper catalog than that.
Seen It All.
You know what I mean?
Oh no, I got you. What was that? I got to mix up with another.
Lose
track.
My Mind. No, that shit was on 103.
Yeah, I mean, and he played them boys, but I feel like Jeezy like took it like I might take another verse, so I don't really want to play my shit. You know what I mean? There was some other shit he could have played. He didn't play.
That was Final Form Jeezy, man. That nigga had the bandana on and the BMF jersey with the mink fur on.
That nigga didn't play. He didn't play My Lamb. What was My Lamb? My president is black. My Lambo is blue. He didn't play that.
It don't matter.
No, nigga, you still play the track. He didn't play that. He didn't play the Damn, what was up? He didn't play a few joints, bro. He had a lot of shit. Jeezy didn't play a lot of shit. He got most shit with Jay. He got some shit.
He ain't play what was that? The joints off the USDA album. He ain't play Corporate Thuggin'.
Jada Kiss and Fab played the song off his TL103. He didn't play that motherfucker.
He didn't play that shit. That's how you know your shit.
Two other niggas played it in their verses, and you didn't even play it. So Jeezy left a lot on the table. I didn't think this was close, but I thought it was good for the culture. I thought it was.
It was good for Atlanta, man. Atlanta won in the end.
Yeah, but I think they needed it. I knew they was gonna pull in some voting shit. I knew they was gonna bring in Stacey Abrams because that shit is so big for Georgia. You know what I mean? For Georgia to get everyone back. And I mean, low key, I'm hearing that's why all these Republicans are supporting Trump, even though after the election they were saying it's bullshit, because everybody has a lot tied into this Georgia election with those two runoffs. And so with those two runoffs, the whole purpose of a runoff is if you don't get over 50%, they do this shit again in January where the presidential vote isn't there. Because most people turn out for the presidential vote. But if you're not a hardcore politician, like follow that shit, then you probably don't show up for January and you get a more true vote of people that actually care. You know what I mean? So you're trying to keep everybody's attention, even though Biden has won, you're trying to keep everybody's attention to go back to the polls. Where you also want that same heat on the other side, where you want their attention too, even though because Trump lost. So it's this little game of chess that they're playing to make sure everybody show up in January. So I feel like in December, that little flyer that you saw with T.I. and Lil Wayne, I think that shit's coming too because it's in December and they're gonna do the same thing that they did with Jeezy and Gucci. Have Abrams show up, talk more about that shit because they want to keep everybody engaged right before that election.
No, I feel you.
No, yeah, no lie.
But then again, that nigga Lil Wayne just caught them straps again. So I don't know how that's gonna look. I don't know if he is in a festive mood.
Hey, he was buddied up with Trump though, so he might get that pardon. Nigga might get that pardon.
You gotta get convicted to get the pardon. So he had to go ahead and take the plea to get the pardon.
They go ahead and put
I'm gonna need that pardon too before you get out there, Big John.
Yeah, you gotta get convicted to get the pardon. If you ain't convicted before January, what is the 20th?
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta get it in for January 20th. And shit, Trump didn't win. Why he gonna do it now? He don't need you Negroes no more. They need you darkies for it now. They need you darkies to be voting. Y'all lost. Y'all didn't come. That lost like 6 million votes.
In fact, trying to think about that nigga Lil Wayne can't even vote. He a felon.
Yeah, you true. Well, it depends on where he at though, right? Where is he living? Because if he living in Florida, all you got to do is pay your fines. So if he down there in Miami,
that's true.
All he would have to do is pay those fines, and then he could vote. And shit, you know, if he voting for Trump, they would have went out of his way to let him vote. They'd have counted that.
Hey, when Biden came out with that, busting their head on Texas if you made more than 400,000, a lot of them rappers jumped ship. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Shit, but they been on that shit though.
That's true.
Hey, shit, didn't Jeezy say he was voting for McCain back in the day before niggas gave him the smoke and then he changed his mind?
Yeah, I mean, but you know, McCain was different though.
Yeah, I vote Republican, man. Gucci Mane probably vote. What? Can that nigga vote? Shit.
Gucci probably can't vote. I don't know. I mean,
he a felon too.
Yeah, he a felon.
If he in Atlanta, he damn sure ain't voting.
Yeah, they ain't letting that nigga vote in Georgia.
Hell no.
I mean, I don't think Gucci would even care though until like right now probably. But back in the day, Gucci, can you see him caring about politics?
Hey, you never know, man. Don't judge a book by its cover.
You know, I was wondering because you know Jeezy said that shit like I own half of Atlanta, And then niggas started looking this shit up, and when they looked this shit up, they was like, man, you own 2 properties. But motherfuckers forget. Nigga, you don't put everything in your name. You put shit in LLCs, you got companies, like, that's what I'm saying.
This is the man
knowing how business work.
Hey, look, bro, this is the man who said he had the rest of the yams as an auntie house.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That's enough evidence right there.
You think everything's gonna be in his government name? Like he got
Of course not.
That's tax purpose and shit. You got shit in your LLC, you got shit in your company name, you got shit in your corporate name.
I see why that nigga go by Jeezy though, man. That nigga's real name's kind of whack. J1.
Yeah, you would think so, but there's a lot of dumbass niggas up there, bro.
Yeah, but it's funny because the whole thing is they were saying that, you know, Jeezy's not from Atlanta. Like he's
born in Columbia, South Carolina, but Gucci Mane ain't from Atlanta either.
Well, they said he's from like 2 hours away. They said Hockinson, Georgia, some shit like that.
Like Jeezy,
we all know 21 Savage ain't from Atlanta, so Atlanta's claiming.
But I mean, it's a difference from a nigga not being from there and then coming there and then growing up in the hood. Like they'll accept you in, you know what I'm saying? If you come from somewhere else and then you grow up in, you know, Zone 6 or whatever, then they gonna accept you. You know what I'm saying? Niggas didn't even know 21 Savage was from overseas. You know what I mean? So that shit still surprised me to this day. That was the craziest shit I've heard.
Greeting niggas in Zone 6 like, hello, governor.
Hey, yo, if you watch that, man, what's that shit called? They did it like they always do, like from Atlanta, or it's always on like the Vice Channel.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You know what I'm talking about? Like it's a show on the Vice Channel.
I thought you was talking about Love and Hip Hop. That's always in there.
Hell no. It's a show on the Vice Channel that like they'll go from city to city talking about rappers. And they did the Detroit one, they did Atlanta one, Anyway, when they did the Atlanta one and 21 Savage showed his house, I was like, that nigga definitely moved from Britain to the hood, because that nigga had like a little 2-bedroom fixer-upper and thought he was stunting. No mansion, no shit. So he from the hood for real. So
I mean, that's why they accept you, because niggas know you, like you known in there. They said Jeezy kind of moved around and shit, but I mean the whole like start of this beat is like on the most pettiest shit ever. And I ain't talking about when they put the hit out on, because that's when the shit gets serious. Nigga got a hit out on you, somebody kicking in your door, you have to shoot them niggas because they were trying to kill you. That's when that shit escalated. But the shit all started from a song and what nigga put it on their album.
So
like,
icy.
They did So Icy. Gucci put it on his album. Jeezy thought that it should be on his album. So Jeezy stopped showing up for like shows and shit. To piss. Like that's where all this shit started. You know what I mean?
About it, listening to that song is what put me on both of them niggas at the same time, because it came out in 05 when Jeezy started getting hot.
Jeezy was in a group though, and Gucci was solo.
Yep. He was in that Boys in the Hood first.
Everybody knew Boys in the Hood was a stunt. It was really just to promote Jeezy and what was the other nigga?
Jody Breeze.
Yeah, Jody Breeze. It was all just promote them 2 niggas. They didn't care about the other 2 niggas. But that's what did he do though? He put a group together, and whoever shined ended up getting a solo deal. You know what I'm saying? He did the same shit with. Cause wasn't Loon in a motherfucking group?
I think so. But...
Yeah, Loon was in a group. He shined. He got the solo deal. You know what I'm saying? Only nigga that Diddy ever produced that wasn't in a group was Biggie. Everybody else, Black Rob was part of the group.
I mean, like managed, because I mean he produced Nas.
Well, no. What I'm saying is, I'm talking about produced from the ground up, because he discovered Biggie. You know what I'm saying? He discovered Loon, discovered Black Rob.
But you can't really say that because Biggie had his own crew. So he was in a group too.
Yeah, Junior Mafia. Yeah, Black ass Junior Mafia.
Hey man, that's just cool, man.
You niggas was terrible, nigga.
Well, you said it was terrible, but I bet you know 3 songs from them, don't you?
Hey, nigga, I still bought their first album. That's because Biggie on every track, though.
But I mean, you got
so Biggie. Trash, and he had to be on every track.
Hey, ain't too many.
You know you fuck with Lil Cease, nigga. Don't lie.
Hey, I do not fuck with Lil Cease.
But it ain't too many groups that can say you got 2 stars out of the group. You got Biggie and Lil Kim. So why wouldn't that be a hot group?
But Lil Kim was added to Junior Mafia later, though.
Not that much later. They wanted Foxy. They couldn't get Foxy, so they got a little Kim.
Foxy was the real deal. Nigga, I told you Foxy was the real deal.
But they got Kim, and Kim got like 8 platinum albums.
Man,
you know what I'm saying?
Stop it, bro.
That's like
we know who got the better bars though.
Hey,
Foxy got the better bars.
KP, that's like saying shit. We couldn't get Kyle Drexler, so we settled for Jordan.
No,
we settled for the nigga. We really wanted Clyde Drexler, but we got Jordan.
So I got a question for y'all. So Jeezy dropped a new album actually after the Versus of Recession 2. Did y'all get a chance to listen to it?
I did not.
Yeah, I listened to the Recession 2.
So I gotta ask you, what you think about that Therapy for My Soul, man? When he dissed Freddie Gibbs and he dissed 50 Cent, that was really interesting. That whole track, it was a nice little track, man. It was real mellow to me.
Man, look, I think at this stage, you can't diss 50, man. This nigga got so much shit brewing that nothing. It's just like, I don't know. It's just like
he got TV shows, movies and stuff. He ain't gonna trip. They used to be cool though.
I still think that. Cause I just think that 50 talks so much, niggas feel like they gotta respond that you look like a punk. But I will say that it kind of defies the whole point because you just talked all that beef. You gave a speech in the middle of the versus battle,
right?
Talking about you want to squash that shit, and then you put out a diss on 2 niggas on your album that came out at midnight. You know what I mean? But I mean, I'm gonna tell you the truth though. I didn't think the shit was that great because I don't really remember too much from it.
Nah, I mean, like I said, I haven't heard it, but
I don't think Recession 2 was his best work. Like he said. He had a couple of hot lines. I mean, I understand where he's going. He's trying to go on his Nas, Jay-Z shit, you know what I'm saying? The King's Disease, 444, grown man type shit. But I mean, I wasn't really feeling the album.
I think Jeezy best days behind him, man.
Now, he did have a nice little bar where he said something like, credit good until you trying to get a house. Like, I felt that shit in my soul. Yeah.
Hey, look, man.
On one,
here's the simple
real shit on there.
It's a simple formula behind it, man. When these niggas was fat, they was making hits. When they lost weight, not so much, man. Like Fat Jeezy was the one that was making all the hits. Then the nigga got in shape, lost weight. Yeah. He ain't having no more. Like if third trimester Gucci Mane would have showed up, he would have won the verses, man. That was the Gucci Mane everybody was scared of. But now he all skinny, sober, and in shape.
Yeah, but at least you feel like Gucci still kept a part of himself. Or like at least he acted like, you know what I'm saying? Nigga still mad disrespectful. He was still fly. He still doing the goofy shit. Like Jeezy has done like a complete 180. So it's kind of like Jeezy's now gentrified. So you want to really ride with him, but you probably could still connect to Gucci more now. Jeezy out there riding bikes with his Asian chick from
going to Starbucks.
Real, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? He dressed like an old dude now, like got the big fur. What's the nigga that Denzel played?
Yeah, the Frank Lucas fur on.
Yeah, the Frank Lucas, you know, with the hat.
Chilla with the hat to match.
Like the nigga out of touch now, you know what I'm saying? Like he just doing like what he think niggas like.
Jeezy on his furious
style. They ain't been talking about chinchilla since 2000, bro.
Yeah, my nigga came looking like Pop from above the rim, you know, the black BMF jersey, yo. You know, in the bandana, you know what I mean?
You know that nigga was hot as hell in there, too.
He came out like Birdie from Brother Rim, bro.
Yeah, my nigga was doing too much, bro. And you know, it's just too much. Like, Jeezy was the show. I mean, not Jeezy. Gucci Mane was the show. Like, Gucci Mane made that shit entertaining. That's what you've seen in the verses. Like, the best versus matches has been somebody that is entertaining. Like Snoop and DMX is really good because Snoop carried, and the other one may not have. Like if it was T.I. and Jeezy, I don't think it would have been as entertaining. Nah. More than the music, you need somebody else to keep your attention, and the ones that don't have that, like Brandy and Monica, like that's just weird. If you don't got one person that can like be the MC basically, and kind of MC that shit. If you don't got a Jada Kiss, it's kind of funny and entertaining. Right, that shit's gonna be boring to watch. Like you need somebody to carry the show. Even though Jeezy might have a better catalog, Gucci carried the show, and that's the best part of Gucci. Like you might see Gucci on some weird shit now. Like this nigga might be hosting a game show or some shit now. That's how good I think Gucci was. I think Gucci can cross over from it.
Gucci Mane gonna host the Price is Right, nigga.
Yeah, Gucci is gonna be like in mainstream. He's gonna be that ghetto dude that crosses over the mainstream. I think he can do
like
more.
Flavor Flav did, and that's not a joke. I mean, I'm just saying.
I get it. That's real shit.
But that's what type of shit you want Gucci on because he has more entertainment value than Jeezy. Like Jeezy can be real, he can be an executive behind the scene. But the thing is Gucci does all that shit too. Like Gucci is probably more impactful in Atlanta than Jeezy is.
Hey, you gotta think about it, man.
Catalog. He put a lot.
Look at the people he's put on. Like
Jeezy, Gucci to put a lot of niggas on.
Pulla and Blood Raw, but they ain't really go nowhere, man.
Gucci has built Atlanta up.
Put Nicki on, put Young Dro, or not Young Dro, or Young
Dro that's T.I.
on. I mean, a lot of niggas, man.
He's with the Migos and Lil Baby now, right? He's associated with all them niggas.
They got a new project, the new 1017 Brick Squad, man. That was pretty nice.
I'm saying like Gucci is probably more impactful for Atlanta hip hop than anybody. So you might not have a catalog, but Gucci is there, man. That the Atlanta sound is almost Gucci.
You got to think about it, man. Like Gucci was at his height when most of them rappers was probably like real young, man, like junior high age. Jeezy came out when like he was in college, bro.
Yeah.
So
I mean, Gucci just connect because Gucci was there. Like Jeezy made it, but Gucci was more impactful for Atlanta. That's why you're gonna see more people from Atlanta probably say Gucci won, because that's the sound they listen to now. They listen to the Gucci sound. Like all them niggas is like, that's that Gucci fathered that shit. So man, speaking of albums, talk about the Recession just came out, man. There's a shitload of albums that came out during quarantine, man. I mean, this has been
good news.
I'm feeling that
one. I'm just looking at the album cover.
But hey, KP see that Body album was like, I gotta take this shit out. I mean, see that Body dick stuff.
She had that performance last night on the AMAs everybody was talking about.
Hey, all natural, boy. I appreciate it.
Hey, bro, but hey, no Lotto, these COVID albums, all the albums that came out through COVID, fire.
The funny thing about COVID is because since you can't tour, I think a lot of the albums that you need to be out and touring and party and shit like that been held back, but a lot of heavy spit niggas been dropped. Like it's been a heavy lyrical year.
As I was going through the list, a lot of people put out the album early in the year, like February, March, and they fucked around and put out the deluxe in July and August, you know what I'm saying? With a couple of remixes and shit like that, because you can't tour, you know what I mean?
I just think this has been a bar heavy year. It's been a lot of like real spitters coming out this year. And I think it's really helped like the birth of like Griselda. You know what I mean? All them niggas have put out like 3 albums this year, like 2 or 3 albums. Like Benny put out one.
Griselda.
Yeah, Benny just dropped his album, but then he also dropped
Butcher hard.
Yeah, but he dropped the Black Sopranos also. You had Westside Gunn, who was like basically the orchestrator of all that shit. He done put out like 2 or 3 albums. You had Conway the Machine that put out 2 albums. Like them niggas is working. They remind me of the Locks. Like they do like they're not like a group. And when you get them on like that club track with either one of them, it go hard. But like Westside is like Sheep, Benny is like Jada, and Conway is like Styles, man. Like anytime you hear them niggas on an album, it make niggas track better. If you split them niggas up and put 1 on each track, then you probably got 3 hot tracks.
Nah, facts, man. I was sleeping on Benny at first, and then I was like, man, let me go check this shit out, bro. That shit, it's a heater, bro.
It really is.
They got that old school. Yeah, they got that old school mix, but
like I know we were supposed to do like the top 5 albums, bro. But when I looked at all the albums that came out, man, I had to just make out all the albums that was fire. You know what I'm saying?
How many you got on your list, man?
Nigga, I got like 13.
Man, give us your top 10. Just the top 10.
Just the top 10. Let's see. Pop Smoke.
Okay.
And I think that's probably the best one of the year. They got that T Grizzly.
Oh, that's sleeper right there.
Man. Yep. Man, that Mac Miller Circles.
Yeah, I like that. You put me on that one.
Yeah, let's see. That little Baby My Town.
Yeah, My
Vicious.
Turn. Yeah, My Turn hard.
That little Uzi Vert. Vicious.
Yay.
Man, Old School with the Nas. King Disease. Yep. Tough. Man.
You got the Gunna on your list?
I got that Gun on my list. And I don't even really fuck with down south music, bro, but that shit just tough. I thought that Lil Wayne was tough.
That Funeral. He released early in the year.
Yep.
The Ace Boogie with the Hoodie, Artist Part 2, tough. I'm an East Coast nigga, so I had to fuck with that Jadakiss Ignatius.
I actually think that's probably Jadakiss's. If it's not his best album, it's tied with his first album. Like, I thought that was an overall jump from front to back. And it slept on this year, but I thought that was probably one of his best albums.
Shit, talk about Busta Rhymes, man.
I didn't like that Extinction too.
It was alright.
It was cool.
It was as good as the first one. He showed that he still got it.
Yeah, I mean, he can still spit. That ain't the question. I mean, a lot of these niggas, when I say these, like Jeezy, like, he can still rap. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't
just
think
ain't what it used to be.
Yeah, it ain't just like, he ain't even got the same passion as you feel. Like TN103 or TN101, when you hear that shit, it's got a whole different type of vibe, whole different type of passion to it. So,
but I done grew up since then, though. He just evolving his sound.
He don't sound hungry no more. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He sound complacent.
The Butcher was tough.
Yeah, Benny.
And then I fuck with that Eminem. I thought it was tough. It was a little different than what he normally do.
Shit, I thought he went back to what he was doing before. I thought he was trying to recreate Marshall Mathers, and that's probably
right. Because he went with a couple of different styles because he had a couple of different artists on there. But I thought he was spitting.
I mean, honestly, I'm just tired of what they call it, double double take, whatever you read. I'm sick of that shit, man. That shit annoys me. Like, you just showing you can like rap like these different styles that I don't really give a shit about, man. You too old to be talking about your family.
You stick to your shit and just rapping.
Listen, that nigga like 45, he worth like $1 billion.
Rich as
like,
shit.
I don't need
Just off rap though.
Yeah, but I don't need to still be hearing about your family issues when you're 13, bro. Go to counsel. Like, get that shit tied up. Like, you should advance this then, man.
Shit, we heard enough about that shit on them first 3 hours.
Yeah, bro. I don't still want to hear about your family issues when you worth like $1 billion and then you've been rapping, but like it's over. Like, elevate.
Him and his mom still can't be beefing off that shit.
Yeah, man.
By now, nigga.
Your daughter like 25 now. Kim probably remarried and living happily. You still worried about what she doing? Like, get a life, nigga.
But if I had to narrow it down though, like the must listens, Mac Miller Circles, that Lil Uzi Vert, and that Pop Smoke, bro. That Pop Smoke is just something different, bro.
So I got a question about your list.
What's up?
Mode 2, I noticed that. Well, where's Savage Mode 2? When you getting Morgan Freeman to narrate your shit, that's got
No. Hey, Savage Mode 2 was super dope. And it's on here too. I just didn't mention it. But yeah, that was super dope. And I thought I was gonna sleep on it at first. You know what I'm saying? Because I thought not his first album, his second. Hold on, his first album was dope. But Savage Mode 2 hit a little different though. Yeah, man, I'm gonna mention some albums. I ain't gonna like a couple that I agree with you is that Mac Miller. If you ain't heard that Mac Miller Circles, that shit came out like January. That shit bang. Hey, that shit's kind of different, bro. You gotta go check that out if you ain't heard that Mac Miller. It's a different type of sound. It's real laid back. It's real mellow. That shit go hard. That Nas King Disease, I'm with you on that. That Benny, I'm tough on Benny. Like, I think that's just the best album of the year, personally. You said that Jada, like I said, I think that Jada's like the best album. T Grizzly is an album that I think niggas are sleeping on. Oh, yeah, sure. That Smart is hard, bro. He rebounded because, like, I thought his second album was just kind of like, he came back, and I thought that. But some other albums I like, that Run the Jewels, RTJ, that shit. RTJ4. That shit go hard. That Freddie Gibbs, Alfredo, that shit's a little smooth, a little quick hitter, like with some nice shit on there. I even like that. Like, I don't like it, but I know it's popping in the street. That Drake Dark Lane demo tapes. Man, you know what? Like, my wife play that shit all the time. I listen to that shit, and I was just like, it's just cool, man. Yeah, I don't like it, cool, but sometimes you gotta look like outside of yourself. It's like an album you ride in the car too. Yeah, that's what I see that as. Yeah. Like, you just like,
it's Sunday, it's sunny, it's nice outside. You put the top down, whatever, and you gonna play some Drake when you just in a good mood.
I'm telling you, my wife play that shit cleaning and shit. That shit. But
she
some other
the Tootsie slide and shit.
My kids love that shit. But another like Royce the 5'9", the Allegory, that shit is hard if you ain't checked it out. That D Smoke album, the nigga that won that Netflix shit, that Black Habits, that shit's hard. That sounds like a little Kendrick album that's really been slept on. I love that D Smoke. You also had the Lox dropping album. I didn't love it. I didn't love that Lox album, but he got 3 joints on there. He got that one with Benny and Conway. He got a joint with DMX on that shit. But he got some shit. Sheik Luke is spitting on that.
Hey, you know, hey, look, I thought the same shit about that Busta album. It started out a little rough. The back end was kind of nice, though.
Yeah.
But he got that joint with Rick Ross, that joint with Rhapsody.
Yeah.
And then that one joint he on there by himself, I can't remember the name of it, but he going hard. You know,
that's kind of the thing. Is like I like all of the Lox individually, but I typically don't like whole Lox albums when they're together because they try to do like commercial shit.
Right.
And that ain't why I listen to the Lox. Like I listen to the Lox for like hard hitting bars, but when you get that Lox album, you're probably only gonna get like 2 or 3 of them, and they're gonna try to make commercial hits. And that's one of my things. But then some other niggas like the Reason got an album out that went hard. Rhapsody, she dropped some shit.
You don't know about Rhapsody.
Rhapsody is like, you can't even talk about Rhapsody and say like female rapper. Cause not only, yeah, she's just a spitter because Rhapsody not only is like a dope spitter, makes good albums, but nigga, when she is on some shit, like she raps with all the spitters. If you look on her album, the niggas that she got on her album is like legendary spitters. Like she's not just throwing anybody on there. It's like heavy lyricist, Black Dog, and like, you know what I'm saying? She's spitting with spitter. Then when she get on a nigga album, she killed it. Like Reason pretty much said he's not sending her a verse anymore because what she did on Reason album after he had already wrote that shit is ridiculous. It's like Eminem on Renegade. Like it's just. So I think Rhapsody is really underrated. But yeah, man, there's a lot of good music that came out. Who you looking at, KP? Know you like that Savage Mode.
Yeah, so gotta roll with Savage Mode too. A lot of the albums that I dug this year in 2020 were a lot of the ones you guys had. I think one that wasn't on there was one that came out before COVID. That was that Revenge of the Dreamers. I live in North Carolina, so
yeah.
hype up J. Cole.
Okay,
yeah. I was gonna go to Dreamville Fest, man, but COVID messed that up. Also,
I thought that came out like December, didn't it?
It was like late, like I think the year it just started, so it came out at like the very beginning of the year.
Yeah. Cause I like JID, but it came out. It seemed like it came out before this year started, like November or December. I can't really remember.
Yeah, it did.
Got to show a little love to the baby too. Charlotte.
Baby got 2 joints that was strong.
Yeah, that new one he has after his brother just died. That was nice too.
Well, yeah, you know, me and Big Facts go back and forth all day about the Baby versus Little Baby. I think Little Baby took the year though, because this album is super tough. I mean, it's a banger all the way through. It's
funny because I think the Baby makes more albums that you can like listen to, but Little Baby makes those singles. Like Little Baby's singles is like just off the chart. You know what I mean? But I don't
like
know
the bigger picture and all that.
Yeah, like I don't love like sitting there. Like I listen to a Da Baby album before I listen to a Little Baby whole album. But if you just put that shit on just rotate, I want to hear the Little Babies like singles. I think the Baby just be killing Little Baby. If you talk about verse to verse, I think the Baby just smoking it. Man, but I gotta give it to him on My Town. My Town is hella hard. So smoking him though.
Just smoking that nigga, boy.
KP, he say that shit, but every time
rolling that nigga up like he's Reggie, nigga smoking.
Every time I challenge that nigga got something to do. That nigga always is. He gotta watch the kids or go to the grocery store or some shit. Niggas 11 o'clock.
That shit coming soon, bro. It's coming soon. That shit coming soon.
He trying to smoke no more. Hey man, but that nigga made a fire pot of. You remember that time you made the brownies for my birthday, bro?
Oh yeah, I took care of you, bro.
Yo, this shit was fire, boy. Nigga was eating Taco Bell, listening to R. Kelly at 5 in the morning.
Did y'all listen to that Meg album?
Not the new one. I listened to Sugar. The Sugar was cool.
Yeah, I listened to a couple of them. It's club shit, and I dig that. You know, I can appreciate it.
The problem with Meg is like I don't want to sound like I'm hating that. I just don't think that shit's for me. So like I listened to the first joint just because it was a response to Tory Lanez. I want to hear that shit. That shit was, what I don't like about the Meg. I'm gonna be honest. What I don't like about Meg is like she's in touch with all the right people, so she's getting all these like samples, like the hardest samples, but she can't rap like that.
Look, Meg, when she came in,
who shot you? Like she can't spit like that.
No.
She was on the easy shit, like you know what I'm saying? She taking all the toughest joints.
Hey, she was getting the features. I mean, she was getting the samples up. But when Meg came in, bro, she kind of filled that void because she's not a Nicki Minaj, but she's not a Cardi B.
She's like a mix of both.
She's like a mix of both, right? But she do got bars as far as like if you rapping that city girl type shit, you know what I'm saying?
This goes
so like she's special, but she trying to do too much with these samples though, because she get these hard ass beats. She had to like that pot.
She getting all the best.
She getting all the best beats, bro. I mean,
she's flowing over Jackson 5 beat, nigga.
I guess she's doing alright because nobody's challenging her on it. You know what I'm saying?
But it also begs the question is, how much money is she making off this? Because these gotta be like, these ain't just no random beats. This is some shit you gotta get clear. You gotta pay for. So I mean, these albums are like super, like they're really pushing her.
But what I'm saying is, who's challenging her right now? Like nobody. Like she's in that lane where she's just putting shit out, but you ain't got nobody to compare it to.
Now, what I'm about to say gonna sound
Nicki just had a baby. You know what I'm saying? Cardi B ain't dropped her second project or third project yet. So right now she's just out there just doing her shit because ain't nobody out there with her.
Yeah. So I'm gonna say something that's gonna sound.
When the Migos had they run, nobody was challenging them niggas. So they can put out what the fuck they wanted to. People it was just smacking because ain't nobody challenging them. And that's what Meg got going right now.
In my opinion, man, this is gonna sound crazy as fuck, but to me, Meg the Stallion remind me of a female Pimp C from UGK. Nah, it's just hold on.
If she was rapping from the South, she'd be more like Scarface than Pimp C, bro.
No, I ain't gonna say all that, but it's just the way that they say things and the way that they put stuff together is what reminds me of Pimp C. Now I'm not saying
bro, she's just in that lane right now. No,
yeah, she do her own thing. She's staying
and the City Girl. That's the only people that's really putting out albums.
Yeah, but the thing about it is
about Sweetie.
Like, yeah, Sweetie's gonna be the next one, in my opinion.
Yep. She's gonna be the next one, but she putting out she got a little sample size. Like Meg is like oversaturating the market right now, kind of like a Drake. She just putting shit out left and right. Nobody putting shit out with her. So they gotta listen to Meg because ain't nobody else out there.
But that's the thing though, and that's what kind of the point I was getting to is that with female rappers, it's not all about rap. Like female rappers and artists can be so marketable outside of rap, so you kind of
sell sex, man.
So yeah, you sell sex. So like Cardi had her run, right? Crazy run, 2 albums like crazy. You know what I'm saying? Kind of the same run like Megan on. But then you put her on other shit. Now she's doing other shit outside of music where music's not so important. I think the same thing. That's why they invest. They put so much money into these albums to make sure these women pop. Like that's why some dudes, I was watching something, I can't remember what they were saying, that they don't do a lot of female artists because you have to invest so much in female artists from the pop. You can't lose on them. Because even getting their hair, like if I put PD on the rap, but I just throw PD on the stage. Like I can give him some good shit, or I can just set that nigga to work out there in the t-shirt. Female, I might have to drop 10 stacks just to get her body made up, then send her out there in designer shit made up. You know what I'm saying? They putting a lot of money into these females where they're trying to get their investment back, and you're not gonna get that back on music. So they did it with Cardi disappeared. You had even Nicki, same way, she go outside of music. They're pumping Meg now. After Meg go, I think the next one gonna be Sweetie. Because you seldom see 2 female rappers of that ilk at the same time. You almost never see it. You never see two female rappers of that caliber go on a run at the same time because it's just not smart business. You either hold your artist back till that run is over, or you try to overtake the other person's shine and put them against each other. And that's why Cardi and Nicki bumped heads, because Nicki was like, shit, my run ain't over. Nigga, you can't just, she know the game. Like, if you pushing her, you think I'm out of here, and I'm not.
I'm just waiting on this
Well,
Tory
you
Lanez
know,
diss track Glue Factory, nigga. That's what I'm waiting on.
No, I don't fuck with Cardi though. I think she trash.
I don't fuck with Tory Lanez. That nigga's trash.
Yeah. That
So
Glue
you-
Factory
you-
gonna be
I
fine.
think I ain't never listened to a Tory Lanez album, but he do got a couple tunes.
Hey, Meg said you shoot with this a pussy ass gun for a pussy ass nigga.
Man, you know what? Hey, but this nigga is only.
That's why they break no bones.
Hey, this nigga is only 5'3", 120 pounds. And Meg the Stallion gotta be all 5'10", 5'11", 160.
So like, but I still don't know what happened in that situation, man.
I feel like I got a good clue. You know
Break
what I
it
mean?
down.
Okay, what's up?
I mean, it's basically the niggas was arguing. They got outside the car. Tory was
What was
probably.
they arguing about though?
And I ain't really got. They both waffling on that. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So
They
basically,
bought-
they was reenacting that
you
scene
think
from Harlem
Tory was
Nights.
trying to holler at Megan.
I think anytime you're trying to come to a logical conclusion with two niggas at 2:00 in the morning that's probably been popping pills,
Facts.
snorting coke, and smoking weed, and you trying to figure out the logical reason why they got into it, I think you're gonna have some confusion. You know what I mean? So I ain't got into the details, but they're probably arguing. Tory's probably trying to stunt. He probably shot down at her feet. It's a little 22. The motherfucker bounce everywhere. One bullet probably went into both her feet, just jumping around, and that's why she didn't get no bones broken and shit.
But look, you a whole ass nigga to pull a gun on a bitch.
That's
Okay,
why I
that's how
said
big she is.
that's why I don't listen to Tory. Like, it's nothing that Tory can say to make it better.
He ain't even the number one nigga in Canada. If
Well,
you
no,
think
that's
about
Drake
it.
territory.
I know.
I mean that's a but saying that's like saying that you ain't even the number one nigga in New York. Like, it's
Yeah,
not like
right.
you ain't competing against nobody.
Right. I mean, but shit, who else in Canada?
Drake.
It's
Obviously,
Canada.
besides Drake, though.
It don't matter. It's Drake. You know, so you can't be the number
All the
one.
rest of the niggas in
Fucking
Canada
Drake.
sing.
It don't matter. You got Drake.
That nigga ain't coming.
Conversation over, nigga.
That
Scared to
nigga
be
ain't
beating that
in
nigga,
Canada.
man.
You can't be
Beating that nigga.
you can't be the hardest nigga in Detroit because Eminem there.
It's way harder niggas in Detroit.
Now, I'm just saying, like, to pull up, I mean, don't get me wrong, I know Megan, but she was 5'10",
It don't.
6'6".
Listen, it don't matter. He's a hoe. There's no part of the story that doesn't come out with him not being a hoe.
I'm not he a bitch ass nigga for real.
So, I mean, y'all tell me it's nothing that you can say. Like, it's
He's the
nothing.
size of an 8th grader, though, bruh. What a man.
It doesn't matter. It don't matter. Like, there's literally nothing he can say. The only thing he can, if he had the gun, he shot outside the window here. I mean, once he
Ain't no
touched,
logic, because
in that whole disagreement, once he touched the gun for any reason, he's off. Like, why?
wasn't the car like full of females? Like, it wasn't.
I think it was him, his driver, who I think was his homeboy or bodyguard. It was her friend and him and her. Like, there's only 4 people in there.
That nigga tried to holler at her homegirl in front of her. I think that's why they got into it.
No,
They
like,
going together or
honestly,
something?
though,
I don't know. I just
You know
don't
what
think
it
there's no
was?
story that comes in his favor.
I think he was fucking Megan's homegirl like for a minute, and then he tried to show his ass when they was at Kylie's house, try to stunt, and then Megan was like, "Bitch ass nigga, I ain't going for it." You know, taking up her homegirl, and then when they got in the car, and they got his feelings.
Listen, you two niggas obviously didn't hear Meg diss. You know what I'm saying? She said she ain't cock blocking nobody, and if she thought that was the case, your ass wouldn't even been invited. You know what I'm saying? She put all this shit out there. Y'all just need to listen to it. You know what I'm
I
saying?
guess I'm gonna check that shit out.
Yeah,
Like-
I need to.
But yeah, man. But man, I didn't see a lot on Wayne's charges. Anybody look up see what's going
Man,
on?
I really ain't heard about that, man.
I ain't seen a lot of information about it. Like,
What kind of guns this nigga have to have Fed charges, though?
I mean, that don't.
You know how nigga.
He could just be
like
taking them
Lil Wayne
across.
do.
Yeah, I mean, he could
lines,
he could just be. It could be just another tour bus situation where he's taking them across state lines. But I just don't know a lot about what happened. I just seen gun charges and he facing 10 years. I don't even know if he's off of all the charges from last time. Like, I think it could still be on paper.
Yeah, and I think that's what it is. I think he's still on paper, and they're trying to get the shit to go away. But
I mean, but T.I. got off like. You know, that's why 50 Cent said that nigga's a snitch. Did y'all hear T.I.'s explanation of that shit?
What he said?
I don't know. That shit was confusing as fuck. He was saying some shit like... he was saying some shit like the dude was trying to sell it to him or something. And he was like, nah, I don't want it. And then it was like an undercover agent trying to sell it to him or something. I can't remember.
Like entrapment.
Yeah, like the dude was trying to entrap him and like give him the guns, and he was like, "Nah, nigga, I didn't ask for all that." But he was just trying. He was on Fat Joe shit, trying to make it like he wasn't a snitch. He got off because of this, and then they went into his house, and I don't know. The shit all sounds suspect. Texts, AKs, you had some shit in your house. Like, I don't know. 50 might be on something.
So basically, T.I. was like, 50, let's do a versus, so I can show you I ain't a snitch.
Nah, T.I. was just like that nigga catalog weak as fuck. I mean, basically, that's what. And then 50 was like, nah, you a fucking snitch.
Man, speaking of T.I., man, that Libra album wasn't that bad. Libra Scale, it was alright.
I didn't listen to it.
Yeah, I like Libra, man. It's funny because when I first listened to Libra, I didn't really like it. I thought like, I don't know, I didn't like it. But then the more times I listened to it, definitely the back half of it is way better. Oh, and another album I forgot to mention was that Big Sean Detroit. Now,
Detroit too.
Now I'm not like KP, because KP lives in Detroit too.
KP said that shit was the best album ever.
That was the best album he ever heard in his life. Like, that shit's better than Michael Jackson shit.
No. I said that was Big Sean's best work.
That nigga said that's better than Thriller.
Nigga, stop capping. Stop capping, nigga. I said this here. I said that is Big Sean's best work to date.
Which is
also a lie. Like, his last album.
It's my opinion. How can it be a lie?
It's a lie. Because then after I said
my own opinion is a lie.
After I said Dark Skies, what is it? Dark Skies? It's not Dark Skies.
Dark Sky Paradise.
Dark Sky Paradise. He was like, oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, nigga, you right.
Nah, because Dark Sky Paradise, that was a dope ass album.
That's his best album.
That's probably his best album.
Yeah. But I mean, after I listened to it, I did like it a lot more. Now, I did have to put something in the air, and then I caught all the bars. He's spitting like a motherfucker on that Detroit.
I mean, he is spitting. Sure. I'll fuck with that. I like the joint with Nipsey. I like the joint with Dom Kennedy. I like that little joint with Janae.
I like that posse cut at the end. A nigga Grizzly killed that too. T Grizzly is a sleeper. T Grizzly, bro.
Hey, T Grizzly shut that shit down. Like, I don't even listen to nobody else's verse than T Grizzly. Like, he killed that shit so hard.
It's because like so many people want to get outside of their style, right? And that's what I'm talking about when I say I don't listen to Locke's album. Because when I listen to Jada and he spit, like he just spitting his style. His sheep, they spitting their style. I don't like when niggas get outside their style. So T Grizzly on his second album kind of got outside of his style. He started trying to do other shit, go mainstream. But when he got back to that first day shit, like I can listen to that shit all day. That T Grizzly album bang. Like when he get on that shit's hard.
Hey, speaking of them 2020 albums, man, gotta give a shout out to Tyler, the creator. That Igor was pretty good too.
Oh yeah, Tyler, he a genius though.
Bro, I forgot about that, bro.
Yeah, that Igor was good. It's my fun. Yeah.
I didn't know that. Did y'all listen to that Lil Uzi and Future album, Pluto versus?
I listened to a little bit of it, man. It was alright. It's straight.
I didn't listen to it. Future too old to be doing albums with Lil Uzi, bro.
Man, Future done put out like how many albums this year? Because he had.
I know, man. They need to relax, man. I know he got child support and shit, but fuck.
He had the one joint with Travis Scott at Solitaire.
I'm not a super fan of it.
I mean, it's okay. In fact, I think Future and T.I. would have been a better versus to me.
So if y'all pick one album for the COVID albums, which one y'all picking? I'm picking Pop Smoke.
Benny the Butcher?
I gotta go with Pop Smoke too.
Man, look, that Pop Smoke album, bro.
It was good.
Vicious.
It was.
Because that nigga got some hard joints, soft joints, you know, some South joints, West Coast joints. It's just all over the place. I mean, it's fire though.
And I ain't got nothing against that Pop Smoke. I think that Pop Smoke is hard. It's just that my thing with the whole Pop Smoke is this shit is tough, but it also got that. It sounds a lot like that old 50. You know what I mean? It's like they trying.
Yeah.
It's
like
they
influence over
the executive producer.
I know,
bro.
but I mean, ain't there a version of like Mini Men on there? It's like they tried to recreate that shit exactly.
I mean, 21 Savage had a version of Mini Men on his album.
No, I think like, cause he was spitting on there though. But yeah, like they did try to recreate the hook. I see what you're saying on that. I wasn't a fan of the song that they bled with, but 50 had to put his mark on it. That she do it for the woo or whatever. I didn't like that shit.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I like it. I think it's cool. I just don't think it's the best album of the year. I think like his death promoted it up. Like I think it always was going to be a good album, but I think it skyrocketed because of his death. I don't think it's the best album of the year. Like I not personally. And Benny probably won't be in the best album of the year because it's not mainstream enough. You know what I mean? But I think me personally, if I had to pick an album, like actually the more I listen to T.I. Libra Scale, that shit might, if you're talking about commercial wise, like I like Benny's and shit. I play that shit like every day. You know what I'm saying? But that T.I. Libra hard too.
I would have to say Pop Smoke. I ain't gonna deny it had something to do with his death. I just didn't think the album was gonna be that hard though. Because I really wasn't fucking with Dior like everybody else was. But I thought the shit was tough. But if I had to pick a second album, it'd be a little Uzi, bro.
I ain't a big.
He had too many beats.
Yeah, I ain't a big Lil Uzi fan.
I'm really not.
Lil Uzi an acquired taste, man.
Like, he was killing it, bro.
Yeah, if I had
Speaking of,
second one is probably gonna be that T Grizzly. Like I might be crazy, but I love that T Grizzly or Detroit. It's either gonna be T Grizzly or that Detroit 2. Both of those albums.
I gotta go with Savage Mode 2 for the second one.
Savage Mode 2? Hey, KB knows some Savage Mode, bro.
Hey, when you got Morgan Freeman on your shit, hey.
That nigga said, done deal.
I really just can't, like, I've listened to it a couple times. I'm just not, like even the other 21 Savage album, like, I listen to it. It's cool, but it's just never, like, and it's not even like he don't got bars, he don't spit. Like, he do everything. He would never make, like, my top album. Because it's nothing that I'll like listen to a bunch of times because I'm not a huge 21 Savage fan. Like I listen to, even though I said I didn't love the locks, I listen to that shit before I listen to 21 Savage. Now I'm gonna tell you a nigga that dropped 2 joints that probably ain't gonna get no respect but had 2 great albums, in my opinion. Joyner Lucas. Joyner Lucas had that AD.
Yeah, he did.
And he had that Evolution.
Yeah. No,
and I think both them motherfuckers bang. Both of them was good.
Will Smith snapped on that damn song too.
Hey, Willie been telling you niggas. Hey, he been telling you niggas he can rap. He do that other shit for money, but if you want bars, he can do it.
Yeah, he had to let him know. But man, speaking of deaths, man, like what's been going on in Texas with all these rappers getting shot, man? You know, all the rappers getting killed.
You know,
Mo3 King Von, you know.
Mo3 King Von, Boosie got shot in the leg. Pop Smoke got murdered earlier.
Yeah, Benny got shot.
Yeah,
you just gotta. Well, Benny, man, that was his fault.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like every situation is kind of different, and everybody loop them in because they're all hip hop. But you really can't do that because, like the King. I think the worst of it would be the King Von.
King Von, yeah.
And the reason why I think the King Von is worst of it is because everybody always be like, "Put your gun down and fight." Like you ain't got a gun, then you listen to this man, and you listen to everybody talk. Like King Von was like, "Hey, I don't want to get guns involved. I'm gonna keep it. You know, you just try to keep it street so nobody get hurt." Then he whoop a nigga and then they shoot him. Yep. You know what I mean? And so then it'd be like, well, yeah, so then it'd be like, well, how can we not resort to gun violence if I try to fight because we have a disagreement and then I get shot? So then you got that one. Mo 3 is totally different. Like I was introduced to Mo 3 like last year, and ever since I've been introduced to Mo 3, I thought that he was probably gonna end up getting shot. The question is, will you die when you get shot? I mean, that whole thing with Yellow Beezy and Trap Boy Freddy and all that shit's been toxic from jump. Like, when you listen to either one of their Instagram or any of their social media, that's all they talking about. Laughing when the other nigga gets shot, saying some shit on your head, all they raps about that shit, all they do is like, you can't live in that environment The only thing that I hate about that shit is I don't like when I see that type, and I could look at it from the outside and he know all that shit's going on in their gaming, but don't get caught solo. Like he got caught coming out of a chick's house by himself. Like if you know you live that lifestyle, you can't just get caught slipping like with nothing.
Right. Benny fucked up. Nigga, you can't be in Texas with a motherfucking what was he in, a Bentley or a Rolls Royce?
It don't matter. You can't be in like
you can't be in your city
in a Walmart.
In a Walmart, nigga, pulling up with a Bentley, Rolls Royce. It don't even fucking matter, nigga. What are you doing out there doing your own shopping, bro? Have a little nigga go get that.
Have your assistant go do that.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not even like. I don't know. I think that might be some New York arrogance and thinking like everybody in the country is this. You know what I'm saying? You kind of hear that.
Nah, but nigga, if you can't do that shit in New York.
But I'm saying you can't do that shit in New York. But if you think like, oh, I've been in New York, I've been around gangsters, so I'm gonna go to these country ass town because you know you come from New York. You know you're in Houston. You probably think like I'm in this country ass town. You know what I mean? So you roll up and you fucking in whatever he was rolling in, sitting in a Walmart parking lot, probably blowing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And everybody know Benny. You got them chains on. You know what I'm saying? You probably got $100,000 in chains on.
Right.
I mean, niggas is hungry. We in a fucking recession. Niggas ain't got jobs, and you just chilling.
How dare you come down here and stun on us, nigga?
In a Walmart parking lot, just sitting wide open? Nah, like you can't do that. That's too much arrogance right there. Like, even if you go, I understand, like I've heard, like I listened to Joe Budden podcast, he was like, all niggas do that. You know, you coming on tour, you doing some shit, so you go to yes, but I guarantee you niggas ain't rolling up in no Jaguar, no Rolls Royce, and just sitting out in the parking lot all alone. You probably ain't even walking into Walmart with $100,000 worth of jewelry on. You know what I'm saying? So you probably send somebody in there to get it.
I'm gonna send a little nigga to go get my shit, bro. Whatever you needed, you didn't have to go in there yourself. But you in there trying to stunt, you know what I'm saying? And you got popped, bro. I mean, but you understand. Thank God you didn't die, but at the same time, you got a dumbass situation to be put yourself in.
It's a learning lesson, bro. You can't talk about all your raps. You talk about your jewelry. Every time you see this nigga, he got the big chains and all that shit just hanging out there. Niggas is starving out here, so it's cool to do
like,
that.
For real.
You know what I'm saying? But there's real shit going. This niggas is starving. Like everybody ain't gonna respect you just because you Benny. Nigga, you sitting out there and you just wide open. Like niggas gonna take a shot. Like them niggas ain't got no loyalty to you. Especially if you didn't check in with some niggas that could protect you. You just down there solo dolo. You know what I mean? So, I mean, like I said, all of them are like unique, different situations. Now, Boosie knows, man, because I mean, right after Mo3 got shot, and he knew the situation with Mo3 them, then you tweet that shit, these niggas gotta pay or some shit like that.
Right.
Then you end up in the visual, niggas think you coming down there for smoke, so they want to get a jump on you.
Even though you just down there paying your respects, you came at it the wrong way. You shouldn't have put anything on Twitter. You should let anybody know you was there and do what you had to do, get your ass back to Louisiana.
But even if you was down there
on the social media like you wanted to smoke, like you was like, what's good?
Yeah, I mean,
and you had just did what a podcast with Mo3. Did he do an interview?
Nah, he did him and Mo3 is tight. Like he was gonna sign Mo3. Like him and Mo3 was like tight. He was gonna sign Mo3. Something happened, but he still fuck with Mo3. They released that album earlier this year, Badazz and Mo3.
Yeah, but they did a podcast with like him, Mo3, and somebody else.
I didn't hear the podcast.
I seen the video of it. It was him. Who the fuck else was on that show? It was like him, Mo3, and somebody else. And he was trying to preach to Mo3 like, hey, bro, you know what I'm saying? You need to be going a different direction. Like, you got too much shit going on to be in the streets like you are. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was talking real shit to him.
And it's funny because, like I said, the first time my cousin put me on Mo3 and I heard Mo3, I was like, bro, this nigga's talented. Like, Mo3, if you ain't heard Mo3, like, Mo3 is, like, super talented. But he was just so deep in that street shit. Yeah. He was like, you gotta I know it's humble, like you gotta move out of your city, bro. Like when you start to make it and you start to do shit, I know you got your pride, your ego, and that beef shit.
Yeah, go somewhere else.
When you start getting on that trajectory, you do not need to stay in your own city. Like you have to move out of your own city, bro.
But they conflicted though, because people in their city gonna give them a hard time.
Doesn't matter
about. No, I mean I agree with you 100%. I'm just saying like. They conflicted because it's like, you know, when you come from the hood, people in the hood be like, man, you need to save us. So that's why they stick around longer than they should.
But you can save niggas by just bringing them out. You can pull them niggas out. Like, you have to get out of your own. Like, if you look at, like, there's been so many niggas, like, we talk about, like, the Mo 3s, the King Bonds, the Nipsey Hussles, the niggas that we know that die. But, like, do a search of rappers that die. The niggas that are up and coming that die, it be niggas that die in their own city and they don't make it and they start getting a buzz. Like, you have to get out of your own city. It's too many niggas that know you that no matter what you do, they're always gonna view you in a certain light. And if you beefing it with them and projecting it and all that shit, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, whatever we say, like, we are gonna cry for, like, Mo 3, and people are gonna say that shit with Mo 3. But Mo 3 wasn't, like, sympathetic when Yella Beezy got shot, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Even, like, a couple of weeks ago or whenever when he thought Trap Boy Freddy got shot. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like, oh, like, he, you know what I'm saying? So it's this whole beef. Like, you have to move out of your city. You can't just be messing with the same chick you've been messing with, because the rumor is he got
Can't
set
be
up.
on the same bullshit, bro.
Yeah, man, you gotta protect yourself. Like, everybody talk about all that shit that happened with Tekashi, but yeah, you on that shit and you trying to make money. Yes, like that's actually the smart thing to do. It's not smart to be like there solo to show how hard you is and get stuck like Benny. I bet you Westside Gun don't let Benny be out like that again.
Hell no.
Cause he's the future. Like, he's not gonna be just chilling. Like, niggas know Benny now. The Westside Gun is not gonna let that happen. The investment almost got fucked up. The Griselda shit almost got fucked up because on some bullshit. That's not gonna happen again.
Griselda. Real shit though. Cause yo, bro, you just gotta move on, man. That saving the hood shit is dead. If you don't learn that shit from Nipsey, man, cause you gotta think about all the shit Nipsey that came out with. He done passed a year ago. Look at all the shit he done came out with on other niggas shit. You know what I'm saying? He would have been on his way.
You know I guess my problem is with the whole thing is, and I know niggas in their community, they feel safe, but like, I don't know, I got PTSD. Like, I don't trust niggas. Like, I ain't gonna be out. Like, so I just, like, and I know, like, you feel like you're protected. Nobody gonna do this in my own hood or something. I just think you should always have niggas you trust around you. You should never, once you're the investment and you're the person responsible for getting everybody in the hood, it's their responsibility not to let you be hanging. I don't care if you're just outside smoking a cigarette. That nigga should never be outside vulnerable, ever.
Nope.
Like,
we don't let Petey walk the streets of Van Buren by himself.
Hell no, bro. You know I'm deep in the motherfucker, bro.
Yeah, man, King Von shouldn't be fighting his own battles in the street. I know it's you want to be tough, but he's the nigga that's gonna get other niggas out. If anything, your homeboy should have been the one fighting. You know what I'm saying? You should have security. Like, the nigga that is gonna get everybody out shouldn't be the nigga that's doing that. You know what I'm saying? You gotta protect the investment. It's facts for sure. He can get so many out, change everybody's lives in that circle, and you let him be the one. You know what I'm saying? It just doesn't make sense.
Word.
Man, what else y'all got, man? Is that all, man?
I think that's it, bro.
That's it.
Shit, we've been on this bitch for a minute.
Yeah, man.
Hey, we had to make up for lost time, man.
Yeah, for sure.
And we like 85 South without the weed.
Yeah, we didn't touch on a lot. There's still a lot of shit.
A lot of shit
that we.
Yeah,
that
we'll be back real soon for sure.
Yeah, I mean, we just gotta start keeping up with what's going on, because I mean, there's been a lot of news this year, but no schedules and shit. But
yeah, who gonna win the fight next Friday?
Roy Jones, nigga.
Man, what's up, man? You wanna put a little 25
we
on
can
it?
do it, man. Hey, you niggas are sleeping on Roy.
I'm not sleeping on Roy Jones.
Why you gotta say you niggas? First of all, man, I ain't
Who
even
you
get
got,
my
KP?
answer yet. Shit, man, I think it's gonna be a draw. To be honest with you, them old niggas ain't gonna fight like that. It's
definitely not gonna be a draw.
Yeah, it is.
Tyson will pass out in the ring before it's a draw.
It's gonna be a draw.
Tyson gonna give
it. I'll say this: if Roy Jones Jr. come out to the body head joint, he winning. If he come out
look, I don't think Roy Jones is as fast as he used to be. I'm seeing Tyson, man. He got that little motherfucking eye of the tiger, man. I'm not saying Roy Jones will get knocked out. I'm just saying I think Tyson will be victorious.
Man, the only chance Tyson got is that my nigga Roy think he back in his glory days and he do the full concert before the fight. If he come
Y'all
out
must have
and he
forgot.
do the whole y'all must have forgot concert like Apollo Creed,
body head.
he ain't got that. He ain't got that stamina, bro. He do that, he done. You know what I mean?
Hey, if y'all don't remember, y'all must have forgot video. Go look at that.
The
shit
hardest
on
shit
YouTube,
out.
bro.
Yes, sir.
Y'all
That shit
act like
was
I ain't
super
fought
hard.
nobody. I just make them look like nobodies. Y'all must have forgot. Far.
Man, Roy Jones Jr. boy.
I ain't gonna lie though, because Roy Jones, he went from middleweight to
To
junior
heavyweight, light heavyweight.
light
I
heavyweight.
think he started under middleweight, but whatever it was, like
he got 5 or 6 weight classes.
five.
5 on him.
Like he
So-
got heavyweight, light heavyweight, super middleweight, middleweight, and something under maybe
Junior
welter or
middleweight.
something under that.
So I'm like, I think both of them they legends, both of them for sure. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
This is gonna be, I ain't never like I know when motherfucking George Foreman came out of retirement, that motherfucker was not in shape at all, and he whooped some ass.
Yeah, but I mean, I think the difference is like Mike Tyson ain't been competitive in 20 years.
That's true. That's true.
You know what I mean?
I
Like,
think that nigga's in the best shape of his life. That nigga dropped 100
And he had a gut
Hey,
like 6 months ago.
hey, all that's cool, but I think what people are discounting is it's the same reason why Roy Jones lost in the first place, right? Because he dropped all that weight to get in shape when he went to heavyweight, so he dropped all that weight to come down.
Dude,
That
that's
shit affects your stamina. So we talking all that shit, but you gotta remember, Mike Tyson not only had to get back in boxing shape, he lost a lot of weight, and he ain't been in the ring in over 20 years.
I got
Roy,
you. I got you.
at best, Roy put on weight. Like he just added muscle. You know what I mean? And even when he added muscle to go to the heavyweight, like that shit wasn't as fast as welterweight. Like I know Tyson is super fast for a heavyweight. He's not super fast for a middleweight or super fast for a light heavyweight. Like he's still fast as fuck. Don't get me on
I
that.
got you.
But for a heavyweight, he's lightning fast. But for a nigga that's fought in the light heavyweight division, the middleweight division, that's not lightning fast. And the one thing that Roy can do and has always been able to do, probably the best body puncher ever. So what is Mike Tyson gonna do when he miss on that headshot and Roy hit him in that solar face really hard?
No, I get you. I feel you.
That shit gonna get real.
Now, hold on. Do you agree with Roy Jones' trainer that Roy Jones would have beat Tyson in his prime?
No.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Because
I mean, but hold on.
If you don't watch the,
so if you're talking about, I do actually,
okay.
and it's because if you're talking about Mike Tyson in his prime and Roy Jones in his prime,
Yeah.
well, if Roy Jones in his prime, Mike Tyson's gonna have a fucking hard time hitting him.
Okay.
Because you got to remember how Roy Jones didn't get hit clean. And with
No, he didn't, but you gotta think, man, it's a different beast when Mike was in his prime. I'm talking about before prison Mike.
Yeah, but everybody that he beat was undisciplined and weren't great boxers.
Okay.
Because I seen this question with Lennox Lewis beat Mike Tyson in his prime. And I think Lennox Lewis would demolish Mike Tyson in his prime because Mike Tyson was never really good at getting off the jab.
Okay.
If you can handle him with the jab, then he can't get in there because Mike Tyson doesn't have a long reach. He has to get inside.
He gotta get inside. Yeah.
And Roy the same way. Roy can keep you with his reach, and if you miss on that body shot, it ain't gonna be no easy misses. Sometimes you will see Mike miss real wild, and then a nigga just scared.
Right.
But he missed wild. Roy coming with that body shot,
Right.
and so that's the thing is I look at Mike's competition. Like Mike don't got no competition, man. Like who did Mike beat? Who did Mike beat that today you like, Mike beat him?
I mean, he beat who was available, bro.
I mean, you can say that. But shit, even Roy beat Bernard Hopkins.
But hey, look, if Roy Jones win, I need that Bret Hart Hopkins run back. That's what I need. You know, B-Hop's still about that. He's still about that smoke right now.
And B-Hop almost got killed by some white dude.
I don't give a fuck.
Hey, what y'all forgot about Roy is Roy had that bad stretch where he got knocked out a couple times.
Right.
My nigga went to Russia and was on some Rocky
Yep.
shit. He went over Russia and was in Russia for about 10 years fighting up-and-coming champions. All he been doing is fighting young niggas that's faster than him.
I mean, I feel you, but you know B-Hop about that smoke, bro.
Hey, Roy would knock the brakes off of B-Hop.
Right, man.
Tyson got a better
We
shot.
shall
than B-Hop.
see. We shall see. I mean,
What y'all? Go ahead.
No, I was just saying we shall see. I mean, it's two old dudes fighting, so.
But it really ain't though, bro. You gotta talk about these motherfuckers. Like, I guarantee this shit gonna be entertaining to some of these young ass niggas.
Hey, bro, if that shit go past, well, how many rounds is it? 6, 8?
I think 8. Yeah, 8.
If that shit go past 3 rounds, Mike got 1 round in him. Mike got 1 hard round in him, bro. Mike is gonna go to kill him. And if Roy can survive the first 2 minutes, Mike done.
But if Mike catch you in
that first 2 minutes, it's gonna be some shit.
It's gonna be some shit.
Mike gonna throw some shit in that first 2 minutes.
If Mike catch you,
if Mike catch him, man, he's gonna throw some shit. But what y'all think about Crawford?
Man, I'll be with it. I'm with it all the way, man.
Y'all see that Crawford fight?
Nah, I missed that shit.
I saw the highlights. I ain't see it though.
Yeah, I can't wait till this Crawford Spence fight, man.
I can't wait for this Coming America 2 to come out.
Coming America.
Yeah, that shit. They drop a trailer for that yet?
They ain't dropped a trailer for it yet, but I don't know how Wesley Snipes fit in this movie, but they said it's just supposed to be epic though.
Shit, well, if it's anything like he was and My Name is Dolomite, I'm here for it.
Man, that shit was funny too.
Last question, man.
All right.
Y'all see that Kevin Hart shit?
I ain't seen it yet, man.
You see it, KP?
So I heard about it. I didn't see it because they didn't have the one where like he
watch
in his living room.
Kevin Hart.
Yeah.
My bad, KB. Let me cut you off. I can't watch nothing Kevin Hart until this nigga addressed Cat Williams calling this nigga out, talking about any show in Philly, where any venue. Cat Williams said he got what he said, $1 million, $2 million.
Hey, Cat got whooped by that 8th grader, man. I ain't listening to nothing Cat saying no more.
That nigga pint size though, bro.
It don't matter, nigga. You a grown man. At that point, you lose all credibility when that 8th grader whoop you on the yard.
Look, bro.
We talking about comedy for comedy.
We ain't talking about fighting though.
So I think Kevin Hart can get him. Kevin Hart been taking boxing class. Nigga been in the weight room. All Cat Williams do is smoke weed, talk shit.
That's true.
That's it.
I was thinking when I saw the little preview for it, I'm like,
since 2007.
Oh no!
I heard everybody hyping it up, saying how funny it is and shit, and I watched it, nigga. I can't remember nothing from it. So I tried to watch it again. This shit just ain't funny, man.
Bro, you know what it is, man. Dave Chappelle, it really just been killing Netflix, bro. I'm talking about just really shitting on anybody that's even put out comedy on Netflix.
But
so
I mean,
it's not even fair. You know what I mean?
He's supposed to be one of the best comedians right now. Like Bill Burr put out some shit and it was right.
That shit was funny.
You know what I'm saying? It was funny as fuck. Like there's been some funny comedians put some shit out. That shit, the last 2 things that Kevin Hart dropped 2 this year.
I ain't seen either one of them.
Both of them were trash. Like not funny. Like I think the last one I laughed at like 2 things. This one like. It wasn't funny, man. I don't know, man. I'm just not a Kevin Hart fan. It's give no fucks. It's supposed to be raw. It wasn't really raw. That shit was weak as fuck.
The only thing I was thinking of was, damn, that nigga living room huge to fit all them damn people in there. But if that was his living room,
like his clothes,
that was like a stage.
Now Dave Chappelle did his shit at his farm. You know they got a farm.
Yeah.
He did his David Letterman shit there, and he did that 942 there.
Yeah, I watched the David Letterman shit. That shit funny, but I'm waiting. I want that nigga to release the shit that he's been doing at his farm. And he also said after the inauguration, he gonna be on the Joe Rogan podcast. He was actually on there for an hour because Donnell Rollins.
Yeah, him and Donnell Rollins, yeah.
That was pretty good, man. I've been watching them Joe Rogan. I wasn't really a big Joe Rogan. Like I never watched, but I've been watching that shit. That shit's interesting as fuck.
Well, you gotta know,
the
like
DMT.
a person like Joe Rogan, he got his hand a little bit in everything. You know, so he was UFC Day, he comedian, he did Daredevil shit. So when you got a person like a Joe Rogan who can reach so many comedians or just people in general, like they have an interesting show. Kind of like Joe Budden. I don't really fuck with Joe Budden, but the nigga got a reach where he'll get a lot of people on his shit that you wouldn't expect to be on there. Yeah. Shit be interesting, you know what I'm saying? So.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. I listened to that Alex Jones. I listened to that Donnell Rollins. I listened to that Elon Musk. That Elon Musk shit was scary as fuck. I listened to that Alex Jones. That Alex Jones one is interesting. You know that Alex Jones and that Kanye winner. It makes me think this, like Alex Jones and Kanye. They say so much wild shit,
right,
all the time, where it discredits them. Where when they say some shit, they be like, you know, that kind of makes sense. niggas don't want to listen to it because
they like it's Kanye.
They be like, oh, they say that bullshit all the time.
Right.
But if you listen to both them motherfuckers, there's some lucid, interesting shit that they talking about in there. You know, you just got to get through the bullshit. Cause like I was listening to Alex Jones, and then he kind of was sober up every now and again and say some real shit. And then he'd go back to saying some like frogs are homosexuals. You know what I'm saying? It'll go like way off the wall. And then come back, and then they go way off the wall again.
Right. Was Alex Jones, was he on the Rogan show where he said, all right, now I'm kind of retarded, but...
I don't know. Alex Jones said a lot of crazy shit. But I'm saying, like, if you listen to him, like, there's some shit in there that you probably should hear.
It's profound.
But it's just some bullshit in there. Kanye is fully prepared to be a cult leader. Like, he's the next Kurt Cobain. And he's going through, like, all the steps.
He's the next
like,
David Koresh.
David Koresh or something. He's figured it out. He went through, like, his whole music thing. He's out of that shit. Now he started this religious thing. But now he's kind of off that shit, too. And he's trying to, he's like, tapping into different things where I think this nigga's about to become a cult leader.
You gonna have niggas wearing polo shirts with the collars up like we was in 04 when he came out.
Everybody wearing Gucci backpacks.
Gucci backpacks, drinking the Kool-Aid. Kanye
with shutter shades on.
Hey, Kanye's wild. I listened to his last two interviews. I was like, yeah, this nigga's he's trying to be the cult leader. I don't know what he gonna have him doing. I don't think he knows, but yeah, he's off the wall.
Off the fucking wall.
But yeah, man, that's it, man. I think we had a good show, covered a lot of stuff, man. We're gonna try to get more to you to be more up to date on this news, man.
Oh yeah, for sure. Got a Sexy Suburban Dad coming real soon. Random Nostalgia also coming real soon, man.
Yep.
Got some real shit coming.
Yeah, man. Y'all niggas didn't want to do my Eddie Murphy list because I'll watch you niggas on that.
Man, no, nigga, I don't want to do your Eddie Murphy list because you said life was trash. And you're disrespecting the god Eddie Murphy, bro.
I did never said life was trash.
Nigga, yes, you did, nigga. You said your quote was, y'all put too much on life, bro. It wasn't really that good. That's what
life
you said.
Hilarious.
I don't know if your ass was drunk. That's what you said, nigga.
It's a good chance I was drunk.
That's what you said, though.
I will tell you, I don't think life is in the top 5, Eddie Murphy.
Man, what, bro? Life is like it's a movie.
It's hard for me to put life in the top 5,
bro. Life is probably the most quotable movie that Eddie Murphy has done.
I mean, I agree with that.
All that.
I wouldn't say not the Eddie Murphy. Most quotable movie that Martin Lawrence has done. Not the most quotable movie that Eddie Murphy's done.
Other than like, what you gonna say?
Coming to America.
So Coming to America #1, Life #2.
Harlem Nights.
Harlem Nights not more quotable than Life, bro.
We talking about quotables? Nigga, there's a lot of quotables in Harlem Nights.
It is a lot of quotables.
I ain't never coming home.
I mean,
hey, tell the kids I ain't never come home. You know what I'm saying? Sunshine, I got a pussy so good she can throw it up and make sunshine.
He said, hey baby, it's daddy. Put your mother on the phone.
Yeah.
Hey baby, it's Richie. I ain't never come home.
I ain't never come home. Deal with it. Peace.
Right. No, I get that. But other than that part,
quit shooting that little shit.
Man,
hey, that nigga, you know Harlem Nights got a ton of callables. Quick,
bro. All right, we gonna have to get into that because I feel like I will give you Coming to America. Other than that, I feel like it's life. Then I feel like it's.
You can't not give me Harlem Nights. Harlem Nights might be the greatest movie ever.
It's a dope ass movie, but it's not more quotable than Life.
Nigga, are you crazy? I can sit
here
and quote you like 30
We gonna
things.
get to quotables. We gonna do the show and we're gonna get the quotables, nigga. You come with all your quotables from Harlem Nights. I'm gonna come with all my quotables from Life, bro. I guarantee I'm gonna watch.
Shoot the pinky toe. Shoot it, then quit. Oh, now you wanna shoot me in my pinky toe?
Come on, 7 with your funky ass.
Come on, 7 with your funky. Yeah. I told you I don't like kids.
Hold on. I'm the pappy.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Okay.
It's not more. Hey,
listen. Said, look, I know an old bitch named Della that hit harder than you.
Hey, listen.
Joe Cornbread.
Hey, listen. There's a lot of quotables. There's not more quotables than Harlem Nights. I can promise you. There's not more quotables.
He said, yeah, Cole, man. How come when you see the sign on those that White's on the 5 spot? When you see that?
Hey, listen.
And you got Rick James in that. You can stop it, bro.
You only left the corner in there. Well, drink it and shut the fuck up.
Not to mention Red Fox putting them big ass bifocals on.
Hey, bro.
Oh no, he gonna say. I get that. I forgot.
Yeah, but I don't know. That was a comedy bonanza. It got all the comedians at that time in there.
No, I mean it do got comedian star power.
But whenever you talk about quotables, I don't know when the last time you watched it, motherfucker. It's got quotables from start to finish.
To finish.
I'm gonna put life up against it though. We gonna do it. So on Shake Your Suburban Dad, and we gonna do the hood movies next time, KP. The next time we gonna do this next episode we do this week. There's gonna be Eddie Murphy movies, and then we're gonna bring these quotes at the end of the show.
And Nick, you better not put Norbit on the list too. I'm cussing your ass out if you put Norbit on that list.
Hey, life ain't.
You say what?
I said you better not put Norbit on that list, nigga. Yeah, whatever, nigga. I saw you watch Norbit, nigga.
Nigga, you ain't never seen me watch Norbit. You might
did see you watch Norbit.
I'm gonna
tell you the truth though. One of my favorite though, niggas gonna clown me for is fucking Bowfinger is definitely in my top 5. That shit's fucking hilarious. Have you niggas seen that shit when he run across that goddamn highway? Yeah. That shit is the funniest shit ever.
I thought this nigga was about to say, boy.
When that nigga run across that highway, and then he's like, I don't want to do that anymore. I just want to go get coffee. And then you can do it right after we do that shit one more take.
Oh shit!
Eddie Murphy killed that shit, bro.
Hey, bro. That
boy, I thought you were gonna say Pluto Nash, nigga.
Nah, I don't fuck with that Pluto Nash.
I don't fuck with that Pluto Nash either.
It's an underrated movie. That shit's fucking hilarious, bro.
I feel like if they made a remake of that, Kodak Black could play Bowfinger for some odd reason.
Man, hell no.
Hey, my nigga Eddie acted his ass off. That whole concept of filming an actor when a nigga ain't looking, that chubby rain, like that shit's funny, bro.
Nah, man, look, bro. Eddie, bro, he the dope, bro, when it comes to comedy movies, bro. Like, I can't name a comedian that has done what Eddie has done in movies because he's so versatile with the 48 Hours, Beverly Hills Cop, then he can fuck around and do the Clumps.
Golden Child.
Yeah, Golden Child is such an underrated movie, bro.
It really is.
But that's what I
realize.
I think Eddie Murphy is the GOAT just because of that, because it ain't too many comedians that do what he does in the movie world and have the stand up to go with it. Right. Like you can't name too many niggas that got the stand up and the movie.
Eddie really didn't do stand up that long.
Romantic comedy with Boomerang, nigga, like.
Yep.
Yeah, he didn't do
Gentleman, Vampire in Brooklyn.
Yeah.
But they did so much stand up coming in because you had to then. So he just only had the 2 major stand ups, but he was on Saturday Night Live for a minute.
Yeah, they kicked his ass off when he said it was Eddie Murphy show that one time.
Shit, he wasn't lying.
He wasn't lying. Bro.
They've been trying to find a nigga to replace him ever since.
I wanted him to do that shit so bad when he came back to do Saturday Night Live because nigga, like if you look at when Dave Chappelle recently 2 weeks ago did Saturday Night Live, when Eddie did Saturday Night Live, like they are so dominant comedians. Like there's all the shit is their ideas. You can tell all the skits was either Dave Chappelle's idea or Eddie Murphy's idea. Like that's how strong they shit is. But like you would take a whack ass show like Saturday Night Live and make that shit funny.
But that's the kind of the difference between the David Chappelle and the Eddie Murphy is when you look at a Eddie Murphy, he's built for every type of comedy. No matter if you're doing movies, stand-up, skits, everything. David Chappelle he's a stand-up comedian. He's a great stand-up comedian, but that's what he is. Like Kevin Hart's not a stand-up comedian. He's a movie comedian. Like you get these people, like Richard Pryor was the only person other than Eddie Murphy that I could think of that was a stand-up movie and can do all of it. There's not a lot of
Richard did a lot of movies, man. I think he was the prep for Eddie Murphy. I think he was kind of before his time. His shit could have been a lot better. Like if you'd have came out when Eddie came out, his shit would have popped.
But that's just a time period because if you think about it, Richard did the Chappelle show before the Chappelle show. Yeah, and that was way more taboo when he did it. But he did it to Chappelle's show before the Chappelle show. That's what I'm saying. Like people like Eddie Murphy and Richard Pryor That's different. Like they can do everything. So everything that Dave Chappelle did, Richard Pryor did. He did that stand-up show. He did it. You know where it got him banned, but he actually got kicked off TV for doing that shit.
Yeah, for real.
He can do the crossover movies. He can do the comedy. He can do the stand-up. We don't get comedians like that anymore. Eddie Murphy's kind of the last of that breed. Now Chris Rock, he tried. He's, you know what I'm saying, but it wasn't perfected.
I think Chris Rock is more supporting.
He's the closest though.
Like he's more supporting. Like he don't carry a movie by himself, but you put him in there with some good ass actors. Like he did his fucking thing in New Jack City. You know what I'm saying? And a couple of other movies like the joint he played in with Anthony Hopkins. Yeah. The joint where he played the Angel and shit, Down to Earth. Like he
got a lot of trash movies. That's his problem. Like you can't talk about the good shit because he got so much trash.
What I'm saying?
Nigga Pootie Tang was a classic.
The star in was trash, but you put him in some shit with some.
Not everything, because KP right. Everybody thought
Pootie Tang was classic, nigga.
Pootie Tang now,
hood classic,
like
nigga.
some of the funniest shit out, nigga.
That's
Pootie Tang was so far ahead of his.
Pootie
Tang was ahead of his. Like when I first watched Pootie Tang, it's kind of like when I first watched Napoleon Dynamite. Like, what is this bullshit? And then you like not thinking about it, you watch it, you're like, this shit is fucking hilarious, bro.
Like when that nigga recorded that album with no sound on it.
With no sound, bro. Hey, that shit was hilarious, bro.
Yeah.
And it's like, that shit was
Well, I do want to give Chris Brock his props though, because he's killing that shit in Fargo right now. I don't know if y'all seen Fargo.
Nah, I need to watch.
He's killing that shit.
Me too.
Hey, I'm just let y'all know, bro. 2021 about to be lit.
Hopefully better than 2020. Shit, that's for sure.
Gambino already came out and said that season 3 and 4 of Atlanta is shitting on everything. Can't nothing compare to it except for The Sopranos.
Well, that's
good.
Words.
That don't make me feel good because I think Sopranos trash.
That's because your ass is, hey, bro, stop it.
I still can't finish that shit. I think I'm stuck in season 3.
Ain't they supposed to go over seasons from the season 3?
1 and season 2 of Atlanta was so tough. Like I can't see how he's gonna top that shit.
Yeah, I can't.
Nigga,
I mean,
Clark
I
County
like,
winning the Grammy.
But I like season 3 though. A lot of people didn't like season 3. I like season 3.
Well, season 2.
I mean,
It's only
that was
two
season 2.
It's only 2 seasons. Yeah.
I like season.
No, season 2
Yeah.
was hard.
I thought season 2 was
Season 2 went real hard. The Teddy Perkins
like,
episode,
hey,
man, that's where it started to take a turn.
Nigga, Sport Ways was the episode that nigga get robbed and
Got
then
a
he go
little-
to the strip club at the end. That's that shit. When nigga go to the barbershop and
The barbershop
episode was funny as fuck.
Hey, niggas got it. If you ain't never had to get the cut from the good barber, because the good barber is the most unreliable nigga in the world.
Ass nigga in the world, bro.
Like that shit
always
touched
show
my
his
soul, bro.
appointments.
And you go through it because at the end it's perfect. Because at the
Right.
end you try to switch barber and go to nigga start asking you what your cut. Nigga,
Right.
I don't know.
Look.
Just fade that shit up.
Hey, the good barber is always the worst barber. Because first of all, look, he know your cut. You sit down, he already know what he gonna do. That nigga be late to his fucking appointments, or he'll cancel on your ass. How did the barber cancel on your ass? You set an appointment on Tuesday at 3. He like, hey, bro, you have to come at like 5 because I ain't gonna be there. Nigga, how the fuck you gonna cancel my appointment?
Nigga.
But at the end of the day, that shit gonna be fire.
The good barber you can set an appointment with the nigga, go in there, the nigga 3 hours late, so you in a line and you still waiting like this nigga always on that bullshit. But you don't even leave. Because you need that. You know what I'm saying? He know what you need. So yeah, that little Babby shit was the funniest shit in the world.
But the last episode,
Oh, Bibby.
second
Little
last
Bibby, my
episode,
bad.
when they did the pajama party, that shit was lit. When that bitch slapped the shit out of an urn when he caught her for falling down the stairs. That shit was funny as fuck.
I like when Ern got fed up and wanted to fight the nigga.
In the car? Nigga whooped his ass.
Hey, you know it's real when you say, hey, pull over so I can fight this.
Yeah.
Like, that's what he said.
Hey, listen, it don't even matter if you lose at that point. I just need to fight this nigga.
He said, pull over so I can fight this nigga. And if you can't relate, bro, I didn't look.
Hey, and then you
ain't a true homie if you ain't never just ran a homie fade. Like,
and then you got your cousin there that's really cool with both of y'all. So
right, so
man,
he,
don't do
like,
it. Nah,
like, bro,
nigga.
Hey, y'all niggas calm down. Nah, nigga, we gotta let it go right now.
They
pull over so I can fight this nigga.
They ain't gonna let nobody get hurt, but y'all niggas gonna fight.
Y'all niggas gonna fight. Y'all gonna tussle.
Yeah.
ain't no hitting in the face, but you gotta run this nigga's face real quick. And he said, pull over so I can fight this. That's the realest shit I heard in a long time.
Nah,
pull over so I can fight
gotta fight this.
The nigga said, man, I wasn't even trying to fight you like that, man.
He said, Ern, come on, man.
Come on, man.
Come on, bruh. That's what he said. Come on, bruh.
Hey, and did he feel bad after he whooped the nigga?
He did though. He did. He said, "I told you." Hey, you know when a nigga didn't want to fight him when he hit the nigga. He's like, "Nigga, I told your ass just calm down, nigga."
Hey.
Yo, I need to go rewatch that. I forgot what that nigga even did.
Hey, bro, that shit is. I watched that shit again, and that shit is like excellent. At the end, when he trying to be the manager and he know he about to get fired, and so he put the gun in the manager's bag.
Right. No,
he put the gun in old boy bag.
And the old boy put it in the manager bag.
Yeah, Clark Kent is being a real nigga because you think he's soft.
Yeah, right. It's like, hey, fuck that nigga. Hey, Ern, you about to be my manager.
Hey, nigga fucked up. He had a gold burner. that wasn't.
Hey, he did say that shit.
Hey, that wasn't my bag.
That wasn't my bag. All right, bro. Hey, but
that goes back to you protect the money. You know what I mean?
Low key, man. Clark Kent real.
Clark County, yeah, Clark County is.
Because he all about the bread. He know he ain't real, like he ain't street real, but he all about the bread and he trying to put his homies on. Because if you look at it the whole time, he trying to put on paperboard. Hey, bro, you need to do this. Hey, bro, you need to do that.
Yeah. You know who
Clark County
is?
Chance the Rapper?
Chance!
Yeah.
That's 100% Chance.
That's 100% Chance
the Rapper.
Because Childish Gambino came out and said that shit in the studio really happened.
I know it did.
Hey, you know, I ain't the only one with hands, Luke.
Hey, that shit is crazy.
That's
like,
crazy.
Hey, like, I don't want to touch you. But nigga, I ain't the only one in the studio with hands. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of niggas in here that can touch you.
Yeah, you know, Clark County doing the Yoo-Hoo commercial, Chance the Rapper doing the Kick commercial.
He was like, just don't fuck up again, man. But you know what I'm saying? Like, he trying to plead with you, like, just don't fuck up again, man.
Hey, listen, and no matter how real you are, there's some other real niggas what I like. Paper Boy, Tough, all of that shit. They looking at these niggas.
Hell
like,
yeah,
but these niggas over here. Hey, bro, you gotta go. All right.
Yeah, hey, you know, you don't ask no questions. He was like, hey, bro, y'all gotta roll. The nigga was like, shit. He got his Hennessy, you know, got his little smoke. Hey, all right, bro, we about to get on out. You know what I'm saying?
You can be as hard as you want to be, but when there's like real niggas,
real goons,
God,
stop it.
I'm out of here.
Man, look, hey, but that's gonna come out. You got Snowfall that's about to come out.
Is it gonna come out?
Snowfall coming
Gang
out. Coming out in May 2021. You got Insecure coming out April 2021. They gonna play back to back. Atlanta's they gonna do back to back seasons because they said since we had to skip 2020, they gonna play the seasons back to back, which is gonna be super dope. Because now you're gonna have 20 episodes instead of 10.
Yeah, that shit hard.
You know what I'm saying?
Power Book 3 Ghosts, Raising Kanan.
Raising Kanan. I'm more excited.
Well, I don't know if they're gonna do Raising Kanan though, because
they just showed it.
Well, I know
they filming it right now.
Stars came out and said that they gonna push the Tommy season up though.
I hope not.
But they filming Raising Kanan right now. They filming it right now.
What do you mean it's gonna be trash, bro? The Tommy shit gonna be the best shit ever, bro.
Bro, you take Tommy and take Ghost and all them other niggas out of there, you not gonna like. They better put some real shit in there. You ain't gonna like watching. It's gonna be kind of like this season. Like I watched this season with Tyreek.
I mean, it was cool.
It's just decent, but he's fake. But wait till you see Tommy outside of these other niggas.
So, but you got Tommy. Hold on, you got Tommy in LA. You know it's gonna get back to him. Natasha done snitched on him. So you know you're gonna come back to New York.
Tommy solo without no supporting. That shit's gonna be ass.
Look, first of all, I don't like how Mary J. Blige trying to act like she don't know. Like, I don't know how y'all don't know who Ghost is. This nigga is the distro for New York.
Hey, that's why he's Ghost.
But still, though, you don't know who Ghost is? Come on, bro.
Hey, nigga, we gotta wrap this up. It's Tuesday where I'm at.
Right. You know, you don't tell me you don't know who you and your husband don't know who the realest nigga in New York is. The nigga done ran the streets for years.
But shit, we can get into that next episode.
All right. We did get a little carried away this year, bro.
All right, man. But yeah, man, we probably got another 2 smart dummies coming out, go over all these NBA transactions. We'll get back to Fumble Rooski, let you know what's going on in the NFL, and if college football can survive all these COVID outbreaks. But that's it, man.
All right, man. Peace.
All right. Peace.